guys, this is Jyoti from Anji and Joe's channel, and today we are going to bake something. It's going to be a super soft, delicious chocolate walnut brownie. In this brownie I am not using eggs. So if you are someone who do not eat egg or who want to make something without egg, this is for you. So without any further delay, let's get into the ingredients and recipe. Yeah. So for this recipe we will need 1 cup of flour. I have sifted this flour twice to give more air to it. Then we'll need half a cup of cocoa powder. I'm using Hershey's cocoa powder here, which is unsweetened. You can select any unsweetened cocoa powder so you know how much sugar you're going to add. Then I am going to use half teaspoon of coffee. It's an instant coffee which is there available easily at home. I'm going to use 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. So you can take caster sugar. What I have done is I have added little brown sugar and caster sugar, so that's why this is looking little brownish. Next we will be taking 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Remember, we are not using baking powder in this recipe. Then we will be using 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. We will be using a pinch of salt, 1/3 cup of oil, and 2 ingredients that I am using today are a cup of milk and 1 teaspoon of vinegar. Since we are not using eggs, so for that, to make our brownies moist, what I am doing is I am going to add vinegar to milk, and in this step do not mix it. Once you put vinegar into oil, do not mix it, just keep it aside. So that is the first step that you are going to do before you start baking. So this milk is taken at room temperature. In this, add 1 teaspoon of vinegar and just keep it aside. Do not mix this. Now mix your tin properly. Line it with parchment paper or baking paper, what is available with you. Again, grease little bit on the top of the parchment paper. So this we are doing so that our brownies doesn't stick at the base. So yes, see, I have lined it properly. My cake tin is ready. Okay, so I missed one thing in the brownie, and that is walnut. So we are making walnut brownie, so there has to be walnut in it. So yes, walnuts. I have not roasted it, so it's up to you. If you want to roast, you can roast it. Just dry roast it little bit, just for 5 minutes in your oven, and then keep it aside, let it cool, and then you can use it. So take a mixing bowl. In a mixing bowl, add your flour. So please sift your flour properly to get a very moist brownie. So yes, I am adding my dry ingredients here. Okay, now to this add your chocolate powder. Add your pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda to this, and give it a mix. This again we are doing to incorporate air in our recipe so that our brownies come out really well, soft, spongy. Yeah, so I have mixed it. Ingredients are ready. I'm keeping it aside. Take another mixing bowl. In this mixing bowl, add 1/3 cup of oil. Add your 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Now we have added oil and vanilla essence in our wet ingredients. I am going to add sugar to this. Again, this also I have sifted and kept aside. Just whisk it properly so that everything is mixed in. Now to this, add your milk and vinegar mixture, and again whisk it. Keep it aside. Now to this mixture we are going to add our dry ingredients. So I forgot to mention that I haven't taken the coffee, so I am going to add coffee also in our dry ingredients. So for measurement, I have given all the measurements in the description box below. You can refer to that for baking. So yes, my dry ingredients and my wet ingredients are now ready. Okay, so now our wet and dry ingredients are ready. This is the time when you preheat your oven. So we are going to preheat, we are going to bake at 180 degree for this recipe. So if you are using microwave, preheat your oven at 180 degree. If you are using an OTG, preheat at 180 degree and preheat it for 10 minutes. So before you mix, make sure your oven is ready for baking, because we have added baking soda and everything. So if you mix everything and your oven is not ready, it will affect the rising of the brownie. So preheat your oven and then we are going to mix it. So once your oven is ready, start mixing your dry ingredients in your wet ingredients. Make sure you do not pour everything in one go. Do it in batches so it avoid the lumps to get created. So yes, I have done mixed first batch, then I'm going to add the leftover of the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients and mix it well. Do not mix in all the direction, mix it in one direction so that it is, you know, smoothly mixed and not over mixed, and there is air which is incorporated at this stage as well. So yes, I am mixing it till the batter, all the lumps are removed and it is properly mixed, but do not over mix this batter. So yes, my batter is now almost ready. Look at the consistency. It is flowy but it is not watery. So now I'll pour this in the tin. So make sure your consistency is proper. It is flowy, and just pour everything in the tin. Scrape the bowl from sides to get all the goodness of the brownie in it. And please do not tap the cake tin after you pour the batter, because it removes the air that is already there in the cake and it makes a flat brownie or flat cake. So it's always better not to do that. Now is the time to garnish your brownie with lots of chopped walnuts at the top. It looks very delicious, and it is very pleasant to your eyes when you know garnish it with walnuts. So yes, I'm garnishing it with lots of walnut, and if you want you can add walnuts inside in the batter as well, like I have done. So yes, my brownie is properly garnished with walnut and it is ready to go in the oven right now. So yes, that's it. Let's bake it at 180 degree for 25 minutes. Please do the skewer test. If it skewer comes out clean, that means your brownie is done. You can also see if it leaves at the edges, that is also the sign that it is done. Look at the rise that we are getting. We kept so much space and now so much this batter has risen. And yes, the brownie is done and I've taken it out of the oven and it is getting cool in the tray itself. After it gets cooled down, I'll take it out and put it on the cooling rack for further cooling. And look at the crust, it is cracky at the top. It is like, you know, sides are hard, but the inside looks so soft. I'll show you when I'll take it out from this. Yeah, so now it is cool, the tin is cool. I'll put it on the cooling rack for some more cooling. And look how clean the tin has come out. That's how important proper greasing is. And see the cake, I'm super excited to, you know, open it. Yes, see, this looks so soft. If you touch, bouncing back, it has come out really well. So once it is completely cool, you can, you know, put a chocolate glaze on the top of it with the chocolate, little bit of cocoa powder, mix it together and put it. But I like my brownies without any chocolate glaze. I like it like that I can taste all the goodness of the dry brownie. But I like it with you know, vanilla ice cream at the top. Yes, so hot brownies with vanilla ice cream, that's my way of, you know, enjoying this treat. So yes, whatever you like, you can have it in that way. But the recipe, if you follow it to the end, it really gives you the result. So yes, enjoy your baking and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Bye bye.